He was the one who raised the Nigerian flag that is flying downstairs at the commission of Boson. Shina who is here, raised the flag of Boson. The day Boson House was commissioned. Sir Victor Waifu believed so much in the unity of the creative space. He worked for it. He believed in it. He did everything for it. So as we gather here today, we mourn the fact that he's no longer with us, but we celebrate the fact that he came, he saw, and he conquered. He conquered richly. You know? So for everybody who is here today, you know, it's a privilege, frankly, for me, for all of us, to be gathered here to celebrate an incredible Nigerian, you know, an icon of the Benin Kingdom, an African superstar, in whichever way you look at it. You know, he was a great songwriter, incredible songwriter. You know, even as Shina sits here, I would say that because Waifu was probably the most incredible guitarist, you know, that I ever saw. You know, I play the guitar, but when Sir Victor Waifu picks up the guitar, I do not touch the guitar. At all, I will not touch the guitar because I'm too ashamed to play chords that are so junior. You know, Sir Victor Waifu was a sculptor of the best kind. If you've been to Victor Waifu High Grade in Benin City, you'll find his beautiful airplane that he built himself. You know, he was a writer, he was an author. I was there at the University of Lagos when he was inducted to the Nigerian Academy of Letters. And only very few Nigerians belong to that. Victor Waifu had played at the United Nations in New York. He was invited to the United Nations in New York. Probably the most educated musician you can find anywhere in the world. You know? On a personal level, I say that even with the age difference, Victor Waifu was my friend. He was my confidant. He was so incredibly close to me and believed in what I stand for, which is bringing all of us together, because united we stand, divided we fall. As we celebrate him today, we pray that the Almighty will repose his soul. On Friday in Benin City, his body will be laid to rest. You know, there are so many of us who might not be able to go to Benin, but we felt that it was important that we celebrate him in Lagos, you know, so that as many of us can be here as possible, right? And about this time last week, we celebrated another great Nigerian musician in this very hall, the great philosopher, another great guitarist. Not long before that, we have celebrated another great guitarist. You know, what's the name? John, better known as Honourable or Ewes. And we went further to go to Anambra State to lay his body to rest. It was in this very hall that we had the incredible live in state and tribute night of the great rubber dub master Ras Kibono. Why do we do it? We do it because we are a species that's so misunderstood. When Michael Jackson died, America came to a standstill. They celebrated him. In our climate, we really don't understand the work of artists. And our opinion here is that if nobody will celebrate us, we will celebrate ourselves.
Yes, sir.
We will celebrate ourselves.
Yes, sir.
As some inspiration to the younger people, and the message to the world that artists are very, very special. It's only very, very special people that can run an institution like this. This place is 1.5 years old and everything works. Everything works perfectly. Without any support from any government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So, yeah, we might be mourning Sir Victor Waifu, but we're celebrating Sir Victor Waifu. And let me say that we are being seen all over the world because this, right from the red carpet, this event is being transmitted around the world. Every word that evangelist of the Benin of this same discipline at Custom House has been saying around the world. I want to welcome all of you here, my colleagues. Steve, the great Steve Black just came in. Steve, I want to welcome you. Great performer. I see my great friend Patrick Doyle. Patrick Harry Doyle, PhD, original. They know you can for school. Patrick Doyle, PhD. You don't have to go and beg anybody, to give it to him. My friend Felix, he's here. He's the godfather of CIC. The one to snatch it for him who will agree. All my brethren from the Custom board, the great drummer Richard Ayodele Cole is here. Engineer Sharon Esco Wilson is here. Evangelist Sheku Olushegu, is here. And I call him Onyengozi. Okonkwo Uche, Okonkwo is here. Where is the madam? Please come over here. She's the one who owns the house. She throws away the keys. Our general manager, Mrs. Benny, Rebe, Okay, so you can see it. But don't try to post her. She's taken. Where is Koffi, the guru? That's Koffi plays a double role tonight. He's, of course, that he's the man who makes things happen on stage. And then tonight he's also a member of the board of the Custom. Did I introduce the session of it? Yeah? It's not necessary. What is not necessary? So that they can do another coup against me. Session of Peter is on the Custom board, firmly.
Good evening.
No. Somebody just saved my everything. If I didn't introduce this person, right now I'm married. I might have gone home today unmarried. Because he's the one who gave me my wife. Please stand up so they can see you. So if anyone wants to look for your trouble.
My sister doesn't know the way home.
Dr. Austin is my brother-in-law, my friend, and everything. And those who remember not long ago, he was a great commissioner in Delta State, and my indefatigable supporter on everything. You're welcome. Felix Duke has come here with his other wife. Madam, we respect you. And look, if I haven't mentioned your name, God has recognized you. We can't go on mentioning everybody's name. I have a lot of my friends from the media here. I have, for instance, the patient Koffi, here, of Galaxy. Mama P of Galaxy is here. There are so many other of my friends here. Please, I love you all. I hand over to Koffi.
Thank you. Good evening, distinguished guests. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Last week we were here. Hopefully, Chief, is this the last one?
Yes,
Oga Felix, you sit down here. Chief say my colleague. You know, then I said, you won't pass me. Chief called you his colleague. There's a trajectory that I have noticed that we must stop it. We must stop it. Honourable that passed away was a guitarist. Felix. Finality was a guitarist. Sir Victor Uwaifo, guitarist. Shina Peters, don't touch guitar again. Don't touch guitar. For the next 20 years, all the guitar in your house are going to come and pack it. We are coming to pack all the Chief, you two, you were claiming guitarists here. Please. Any guitarist when they here, go through where. This is the only man who saw a Mami water and survived. He said, if you see Mami water, make you not run away. That was 1962 Mami water. If you see Mami water now, there is poverty in the land. Mami water will chop you. And they chop boys.
They live amongst us.
You know, they are around here. So these were visionary people who epitomized the arts. Ladies and gentlemen, righteous man and righteous woman. No, we can't call you less. Place your hands together for them as well. And of course, the captain is here. The captain is here. Mrs. Duke. The very beautiful Mrs. Duke. My Oga at the top. Nollywood's finest. My emperor. Righteous man, go sit down, please. Go sit down, please. You know you are occupying space. There's a righteous man stand during sunset. And I think the night don't reach. You'll block everywhere, two blocking. So yes, we're here to celebrate an amazing person. Now, he's 80, he just turned 80. And we're all excited because it is no longer the norm to see people get that old. The stress is too much. Young people are dying by the day. So it was a thing of joy when he just turned 80. And we're all celebrating. You know, we're excited. I personally was calculating that by 2041, we will see the jam things. That's when it will be 100. But I then realized that no, I don't think it is a giving anymore. Right now, whatever God has given you, make the best of it. This country is no longer certain. The stress level is too much. Just this evening on my way at Ojota, I saw Kai and Lasma fighting in the middle of the express. Kai and Lasma. They were on the one that's a waiting cost for it. You know, that overhead bridge at Ojota, people hardly use it. So that's the hustle for Kai. Lasma come middle of road, they arrest people. Nine Kai, they follow and track. Say, wait, how? How? He says since morning they don't see any car catch. And all illegal movement now movement. So we must. But your jurisdiction don't reach here. You are a vehicle catcher. We are human catcher. What do you say? Hell catching and catching. He must catch fish today. I said, oh boy, then they drag this for middle of road. Nine Kai change that for him. Say even you wait the middle of this place now, you are under arrest. How did you get here? And the Kai guy was right. Nine last man replied, how you said they cross highway As a LASMA official, I'm supposed to arrest anybody who cross highway because that's our jurisdiction. They get the fight jurisdiction now. The pressure level is too much. Everywhere in the country, the best thing to do for yourself right now is to stress down and take your vaccine. And they talk am now, Mukuna here. If there's any propaganda you have been listening to, I beg you, first and foremost, protect yourself. Then you can read the propaganda. Even area boys will not go school. We they see them for where we go take vaccine. When I went for my vaccine, now they're not as enlightened as you and I. I took the first vaccine. You know, it takes a month before you take your second dose. Area boys don't know. As we did there, they sit down, they arrange for the vaccine. They came in a bunch, a lorry. So they came to scatter the place. Our local, F1 vaccine. Someone had to first tell us, say, vaccine. It's okay, wait. So they did, they just attended to them. Now, when we were taking the vaccine, just by the door on your way out, there is a place where they're taking second dose for those who are taking second dose. So as you're leaving, they will just say second dose, you go in. So as Alaye collect first dose, if they go out, he just hears second dose. And you know, now being a sharp guy, they feel opportunity to get to 1 and 2. Exactly got 2. Now he entered there. And you know they ask him, so how many weeks ago did you take your first dose? So they gave him. We were still outside trying to phantom from inside. We just said, DJ, off the music. DJ, off the music. From nowhere, we just saw someone come out shouting, "My, I will marry you." What is going on here? My, I will marry you. How? Then somebody was now asking Kilo Shele. Then now said, yeah, my. Oh, that waiting they happen. And that's where misinformation goes to play. Somebody just say, he just collect vaccine. Now you see the information reads different for those who didn't know what transpired. So all they had was he just collect vaccine. They didn't define that he collected 1 and 2 at the same time. So the moment they said he just collect vaccine, you know, we got there early, but they came to chance us. But the moment somebody said he just collect vaccine, and people saw a madman, everywhere just clear for us. And now the same day when you come, but for you, the enlightened one, please. We're losing a lot of people, young people, old people, because of the times. It might not be COVID, it might just be pressure. Check your BP all the time. If your landlord they knock your door constantly, no follow and drag. Just move to his veranda. Find some. Just the best thing right now, I said it last time, the most important thing in Nigeria right now is to get home every day. Just make sure you get back home. No matter what happens, then hit your car. If you're going home this night, somebody hit your car. No, come down, go check. Custom does not pay ransom to kidnappers. We don't get ransom money. Now, artist welfare we deal with. As we said here, we beg God, make it still help us because things they happen. So please, what is most important is to be very careful with your health and then get home safe. We're going to take a few tributes, a few words. Chief is coming back. A few words. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Emeka outside, please your hands together for him. Chief Emeka outside. He's one of our guys at CIG as well. So we're going to take some tributes and then we'll...
Hello. Yes, this is a tribute night. We're going to take the tributes and we'll go downstairs and have a street concert. You know, that's why my friend, brother Righteous Man is here. Righteous, we're going to do the other show, I mean. Felice Duke will do the show, right? Steve Black will do that show. That's my brother here. Please, come. You know, some of you might not know him. You know,
He's an upcoming artist. We know him.
Captain Ima Anyanwu is an airline. You know, if you enter a plane and somebody is playing guitar inside a plane from the cockpit, it's most likely him. You know, nobody I know supports musicians like Captain Anyanwu. You know, he hasn't dropped. You know, he's going to play tonight. After tonight, then we can. You know, Shina Peters is going to be playing downstairs, and we're going to be rocking. You know, till late. And then at Koffi Duncan,
Bishop know the place.
you know, we're going to take some tributes. But before we do that, who is the man we are celebrating today?
Uwaifo. Some people call me the maestro. Some call me the legend. Call me an institution. This is our